Yo, 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 yo. Hey, how's everyone out there? I'm believing that everyone is exceptionally well today. All is well, actually. And that's the only way that I can believe that everyone is right now. Everyone is well and everything is well in your life. Everything is good, actually. I usually ask people what's good, and I tell them, when somebody asks you what's good, you say, I am. Absolutely, I am. I am good. And so I send this message out to you guys today, but I just wanted to come on for a moment, and I had a little tidbit that I wanted to share with you, and just you know, I'm what I'm doing is it's not I can't even say that it is an attempt, because it's not an attempt. I'm actually bringing light to the systems in this world, and how the systems really take us for granted. The systems use us, they abuse us, they operate fraudulently. They operate in neglect, and I'm just really done with it. I'm really done with it. I've been done with it. Early on in my childhood, I seen where there's something wrong with this place. You consistently telling me what I can and what I can't do, and what I can do, I got to do it a particular way. Well, my divine mind says, no, it's not done. You cannot do it that way. You have to do it this way. And when I do it the way that my inner man, my inner spirit is saying, hey, look, no, turn it this way. They want you to turn it to the left, but you got to turn it to the right. Why? Because you're right-handed. Okay. However, all things are possible. We figure out a way to get it done, especially when it has to do with education, doing what the teacher says to do, making a grade, keeping the GPA at a particular point, when it has to do with a job, because people believe that they need a job to pay bills. Well, let me tell you, first of all, let me tell you something about your bills. The only bills that you have are dollar bills, $5 bills, $10 bills, 20, 50s, and 100s. Those are the only bills that you have. Now, you may take those bills and use those bills towards your service fees. Okay, we have service fees. We have service fees such as electricity, paying for the property that you have leased to live in, I'm sorry, not paying for it, but using your money to satisfy the requirements of purchasing the vehicle that you're driving every day, or leasing the vehicle, whatever term that they have put on it. Okay, but this is what your money does for you. Your money goes forth and it works for you. And that's really the topic. That's the topic that I'm coming in at right now, is making your money work for you. Think about that for a moment. Actually, let me ask you a question. When you go and you use your money for a particular product or service, you have an expectation. You have put power behind that money that you sent forth to produce for you, to produce this service, to produce this product for you. Okay? And you want this particular service, you want this particular product the way you want it. Okay? The way you desire it, or the way that it has been said that it will be done for you, which is why you went to this particular merchant, or you went to this particular retailer, because they have said they will do this particular thing for you, this particular way. Because why? They, hey, they're raising the brand. They want to consistently satisfy the desires, the expectations of their client, of their guests. It's called guest services, guest satisfaction, client satisfaction. However, I tend to see where the merchants, the retailers, the businesses, the organizations, the agencies, the service providers, corporate America. When I say corporate America, let me call one out for you. AutoNation. Okay, that's another video. At any rate, today it's Enterprise Rental Car. Okay, so I subscribe to Enterprise as a member about 2 years ago. And I attempted to, periodically, I attempted to use my reward points before I had rented a vehicle through them. And I could not use my reward points. And so I said, well, you know what was the purpose of me putting my information into your database, into your system? Granted that I can't use what my money is what went forth and produced these reward points for me. Now you're telling me I can't use it? There's something wrong with that. So at any rate, 3 days ago, well, actually it was, 3 days ago. 3 days ago, I had to have my car towed in to Mercedes-Benz dealership. And that particular dealership wouldn't provide me a loaner car. So I ended up having to use my money to rent a vehicle in order to be able to remain mobile. And so, and I had shared with the manager, that, hey, my car is over at Mercedes-Benz. And anybody that is, and if he had really been listening to me, he would have heard that, oh, she drives a Mercedes-Benz. So I've got to really find a car that is really going to be a match for her, a good match for her. So the car that he had gotten cleaned up for me, because when I first got there, they didn't have a whole lot of vehicles. It was a Chevy. It wasn't a Malibu. It was the other one that comes before the Malibu. But it was a Chevrolet. Okay, no problem. It's an American-made vehicle. I don't too much, I did American-made vehicles in my early years, but I had needed to go and do a banking transaction before I could actually rent the car. And so when I got back, as I was walking through the door, I seen this somebody else getting in the car that he had cleaned up for me, and told me that he was giving me. And I'm like, you went ahead and rented the car to somebody else? And he was like, well, yeah. I'm like, okay. He said, but I got one coming for you, and I know you're really gonna like it. I'm saying to myself, how you know I'm gonna like this vehicle and you don't even know anything about me? But you bring me a Ford Mustang convertible 2-door. So the first thing goes to my mind is Ford. I'm gonna drive a Ford. Ford is Ford. F-O-R-D. Found on road dead. Found on roadside dead. Is what I grew is the message that I grew up with about Ford vehicles. I don't drive a Ford, but anyway, I'm like, okay, Carol, you gotta look at it. You're still mobile, you're still able to get around and do what it is that you need to do, get your products to your people, so forth and so on. Because I had some deliveries that day that I needed to get done, but this car was jumping all over the road. I mean, I put my foot on the gas and it'll just jerk out. When it hit that gear, it would just, I'm like, wait a minute, hold up. No. We can't do this. This is not safe. So I took the car back in less than 2 hours. I took it back. They gave me a Malibu. The Malibu didn't really have any punch to it. I get on the gas and it take a good, I don't know, maybe 45 seconds before it to kick in. And I'm like, this is not working for me. And I couldn't, I was challenged with measuring my distances when I was parking and making certain turns. I'm like, okay, this is not it. So I went out to the airport, because the airport usually has a larger fleet of vehicles, but and I don't fault the people that was giving me the vehicle. I fault the people that cleans the vehicle. I fault the policy and the procedure and the guidelines. Probably not even the policy and procedure, but the guidelines, the standard. Okay, you're supposed to have a standard when you're providing a product or you're providing a service. There's a standard that you stand on. Standard, STANDARD. The first part of that word is stand. You stand on a set of values. You stand on integrity. You stand on a set of values, integrity. You stand on what's real, what's good. You stand on what it is that you would want someone to do for you, you're going to do for others. It's what you stand on. Okay. However, I'm going to show you what these people get. I don't know if you, I'm going to turn the camera around and attempt to give you guys an opportunity to see